Yo,
Can you see me? I'm
I can
out
see you.
right
You at
now.
the rink?
No, I left there. I'm at this place gonna get some food. It's a bar.
You by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You going home with somebody?
I have a boyfriend.
All right, let's get into it, man. Do you agree or disagree with what he said and why or why not?
To an extent, I disagree. I agree with the notion of that money won't keep a woman, and we've seen it so oftentimes with women like Kim Kardashian. We've seen it with Elon Musk's ex-wife, with Bill Gates' ex-wife. But the difference is between what he's saying versus the reality of the average woman is who does or who doesn't have. Because on the adjacent end, we've also seen women who've been enticed with Future, women who've been enticed with Fetty Wap, women who've been enticed with these other men who don't have as much money, and they stick around because of the money until they get on. It's a difference in between Krishan Rock versus Blueface other baby mama, because Blueface other baby mama is not known. Krishan Rock is known. So if her and Blueface were to separate today, she's already made money and a name for herself. So now it's requiring more to keep her happy because she's been able to utilize his likeness to gain a bag and gain attention. But his first baby mama is not on that wave. So to a degree, money will stabilize, money will keep, and money will make people conform to things that they've never had before because it's new to them. But again, it is all dependent on the woman and it's dependent on what she's used to. Overall, no, money won't keep. But for the majority, if they've never had it before, they probably will stay.
What is your definition of a quote unquote real woman?
I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to what a real woman is because the things that I will do in regards to relationships and men, other women probably won't find that necessary, whatever the case may be. I don't think like your duty to other people makes you a real woman or not. I just can't subscribe to that. There is no real definitive for me because I know that there are some men who are a lot less aggressive than me, a lot less assertive or combative than me, like won't fight at all, like can't, like they're not confrontational. I will fight. And then there are men that are far more barbaric, far more aggressive, and then you can do the same thing with women. Like there are some women who are just not, they're not confrontational, they're not those type of women, but that doesn't make them less of a real woman because they won't speak up on certain things or they don't feel the need to assert themselves. That doesn't make them less than a real woman because she may be stronger in other areas.
So, do you think because when I be having these different conversations, when I tell these women about how what the mentality is of a lot of modern women and how a lot of women be moving in the dating scene, they be telling me, no, well, those aren't women. Those are girls. Those are little girls that have that mentality. Those are little girls that
I don't
move that way.
listen. The reason I've heard people say, "Oh, y'all talking to little boys," and the reason why I don't subscribe to that is because you take the accountability of the character off of the demographic. An 18-year-old is still an adult, and they have to learn to conform to society. I'm not going to call you a little girl because you're 18 when I know that there's 18-year-olds who will get out here, get a job, and go hustle, become entrepreneurs, and actually are very mature. I'm not going to call you a little girl because you're 45 and you still up chasing behind a man and fighting. You're a grown adult. And once we start labeling people like that, trying to decipher and put these terms on them, we're taking accountability from the problematic people that are in the equation. We still interact with these people. We still date these people. They're part of the problem that is influencing the rest of us with these bad behaviors. So why would I refer to them as that?
So if I asked you, Paris, if I said, what do you believe most modern women prioritize when it comes to men pertaining to dating these days? So if I said, are they prioritizing a man's character, a man's personality, or are they prioritizing a man's financial status and what they see him able to do for them possibly in the future? If you had to answer
You know
that
what they're
question 100%
prioritizing?
honestly, what are you going to answer?
A man's status and his popularity. because they can easily be conflated with his wallet. They can easily be conflated with his character. More times often than not, most of these women today that call themselves or subscribe to the modern women terminology, they are subscribing to a man's status. How many followers does he have on IG? How many people like him? Is he popping when you can go to the club? Can he get me from where I am now? And if you listen to some of these women talk, they would tell you, I want a man I can build with. I want a man who's going to teach me something. I want a man who I can grow a business with. And it's like you're subscribing to his status. You're trying to use his likeness, his reputation in order to get you somewhere else. And you're hoping that he also too has the financial needs in order to get you there because you see a facade. You don't know if it's true or not, but that's what they're subscribing to. I don't think a lot of them are subscribing to a man's character or his financial status at all, because there are certain things that I look for that can tell me whether a man got money or not. And it's nothing about how he looks whatsoever.